Last week I told you guys about a poll wherein 1 in 4 voters stated that they would boycott the general election if it was Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump. Now, FiveThirtyEight has decided to quantify our distaste for both candidates, and it is honestly record-breaking. So they use a 4-point Likert scale to gauge favorability and ask whether or not they strongly favor, or unfavor, or strongly unfavor Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. Now, when it comes to Trump, even though he has the highest net favorability ratings, he also has the lowest net unfavorability ratings. So in other words, Republican voters are polarized. They either really, really like Donald Trump or really, really dislike Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump is over 50% and Hillary Clinton is just under 40%. And when you just look at people who have a strongly unfavorable view, Hillary Clinton and Trump have the highest net unfavorability ratings than any other candidates in the last 10 presidential cycles. That's embarrassing. Now, when you go to the other side of the spectrum and you look at their net favorability, well, those are low too. So you'll see Hillary Clinton at -20 and Donald Trump just past -40. Now, Harry Ensign of FiveThirtyEight explains, no major party nominee before Clinton or Trump had a double-digit net negative strong favorability rating. Clinton's would be the lowest ever except for Trump. In previous cycles, the nominees of each party almost always had a strong favorable and unfavorable rating within 10 percentage points of each other. The only exception was Michael Dukakis in 1988. Only 19% of Americans felt strongly about Dukakis, either favorably or unfavorably. Over 50% of Americans give Clinton and Trump either a strongly favorable or strongly unfavorable rating. Of course, we've never had two nominees like this, about whom so many voters had already made up their minds emphatically. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Voters see this campaign for now as truly a choice between the lesser of two evils. Now, as a side note, Michael Dukakis is the guy who he was trying to appeal to Hispanic voters, and someone brought him a tamale, and he literally bit into the corn husk of the tamale. So that's kind of the one thing that stands out about Michael Dukakis that we all remember about him. Now, is this surprising about Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump? Absolutely not. I don't find it surprising at all. I completely understand how both Democratic and Republican voters are polarized about their potential nominees. So when it comes to Donald Trump, you have someone who is really galvanizing a certain subset of the Republican base. So you have some anti-establishment Republicans, and then you have some brazenly racist, xenophobic, Ku Klux Klan-loving Republicans who Donald Trump is... He's the almighty to them, man. He is doing a lot for them. He's the overtly xenophobic candidate that they've all been waiting for. Now, when it comes to Hillary Clinton, she is basically the Democratic darling. The party loves her, and for Democratic voters who don't know much about policy and they just know about social issues, they kind of endow their trust in the Democratic Party, and since most of the party supports Hillary, they think, well, that's my girl. That's my nominee right there. And furthermore, there's also a lot of people who are just voting for her because she's a woman. That is, unfortunately, a larger subset of the population than we would have hoped for. And if you disagree with that, then you can look at all the op-eds written for Salon, for Huffington Post, of celebrities, of just ordinary people saying they support Hillary on the basis of her gender. So I've said it once, I'll say it again. This is an embarrassing duo for our country. No matter who wins, we all lose. We get someone who many people dislike. Now, when you look at Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump, of course it's the case that Donald Trump is a complete madman. He'd be an authoritarian. He already says that he wants to bring back libel laws against media outlets. So what if Humanist Report were to say something that was bad about Donald Trump? We'd be fined, we'd be sued, we'd go to jail. That's pretty scary. We don't want a democracy to diminish even more than it already is. So, of course, I believe Hillary Clinton is better than Donald Trump. But if it's the case that Donald Trump is defeated, then it's not like we're going to be like, oh, yay, Hillary Clinton is the winner. Because then we get President Hillary Clinton, who is a war hawk, who would inevitably start more wars in the Middle East, who would be 100% beholden to her corporate donors. So either way, we lose. If we elect Hillary, we dodge getting a madman, but if we elect Hillary, well, we get Hillary. So this is honestly the election that I think is going to be a turning point for a lot of people. Just for me personally, I've never voted third party before, but I certainly will be voting third party this election. My vote will unequivocally go to Jill Stein. I will vote for her enthusiastically so, if it's the case that Hillary Clinton is the nominee, because I refuse to vote for a lesser of two evils. I'm in a deep blue state, so I don't have to worry about it. But I honestly do feel bad for Democratic voters who live in swing states who are compelled to vote for Hillary Clinton because they don't want the madman to win. So either way, we're all screwed. Many people who will unfortunately have to vote for Hillary Clinton come November, they're not going to be like, woohoo, Hillary Clinton. They're casting their vote thinking, okay, hopefully Trump doesn't win. They're voting against someone. And this is a democracy. We should be voting for someone, not against someone. So this is frustrating. Let's just hope that Bernie Sanders can turn it out and somehow win. I'm still Sanders all the way, and I'm going to fight until the very end. And we got to make sure that he wins, because Hillary versus Trump, man, it's a nightmare.